Most people roll into the Seder and they know this part. So then what's the point? We have to delve deeper to understand what's really going on. Every moment has a theme and every nuance matters. And when you go through it, you come out a different person. So that's what we're going to explore together. The themes, the lessons, the reasons, the purpose. Because that's what this is really all about. The last of the three is Marror. Now, you would think that Marror wouldn't make it to the table, no? Like, Marror is the challenges. Marror is the bad stuff. Marror is the bitter. We're partying. We're celebrating. Wow, we bring in all the negativity. Let's move on. It's over. Let's move past it. And yet Marror's got a pretty prominent place. It sits there next to matzah. It sits there next to the carbon Pesach. Marror's a big deal. Why? So I saw a beautiful piece from the Lubavitcher Rebbe, Likutei Sichos on Pesach, and he speaks about this idea of the difference between atzvus and marirus. This is really cool. Marror means marirus, which is bitterness. Atzvus is sadness. What's the difference? Life gives us challenges. Life throws us things that we don't like. There are times in life where we fail, where we struggle. There are times in life in which we don't feel like we are becoming the people we're meant to be. There are things in life that are our fault, so to speak, and not our fault. But it presents the picture that is bitter. When you deal with disappointment, you have a choice. And the choice that we have, is to take the disappointment, to learn, to grow, to understand, and get better. As I think they have in Facebook's office, fail fast, that's what they say, so that you can learn and grow. In fact, the whole Silicon Valley is built on a concept called MVP, minimum viable product, knowing that they're not going to build something that's fully good, fully developed yet, so let them fail, get the feedback, make it better. Then there's atzvus. Atzvus is sadness. Sadness is moving away. I'm not enough. Giving up. And getting lazier. Insecurities. You see, if you think through the progression and you're in Pesach and you understand completely to your core that you're choosing to live a life aligned with the creator of humanity and he's choosing you, and you understand at your core that zrizas and moving is how you get things done, you're gonna fail. You're gonna be disappointed. By definition, when you get to every level you're getting, there'll be a whole new level opened up to you in which you will see how little you are. We will realize how small we are the more we grow. The only people that think that they're big are the people that don't grow. People that actually grow realize that they're small because they continuously get to new levels. That feeling, enough, I can't, it's too hard, too much. It's either going to be marirus, which is bitterness, or it's going to be atzvus, which is sadness. Marirus, bitterness, is meant to make us better, to make us hungrier, to identify the parts of our hearts and our minds that are off. When you have a real Rebbe, a real teacher, a real guide, a real relationship with somebody, and they point out your problems, they're guiding you. They're showing you how to come better. When you have marirus, you feel it. I can't believe I messed up. But now that I know that, I'm more aware of where my triggers are, so I'll get better. That's the holy way in which you transform bitterness to greatness. Or you give up. Giving up means I don't know who I am. I don't appreciate that I'm God's child. I don't appreciate that I have opportunities and potential beyond. So the Lubavitcher Rebbe says, you know what you do? You take a piece of bitterness. This is so cool. A bitterness. Now, remember, a mitzvah brings spirituality to this world. A mitzvah brings presence. A mitzvah, making a mitzvah, doing a mitzvah brings spiritual bounty. Making a blessing is thanking Hashem. Blessings and mitzvahs are all part and parcel of sweetening the world. You take the bitterness of Marror and you make a bracha on the Marror. You literally say, Baruch atah al achilas, on Marror, on the bitterness. You take the bitterness and you sweeten the bitterness in itself. You don't run from it, you run towards it. You're not scared of it. You take your challenge and you bless your challenge. You take your disappointments and you bring spiritual bounty into this world by digesting your disappointments, because you understand at your core that there is no ra. Ein davar ra yored min hashamayim. If Hashem is challenging me, He's trying to lift me. Gam zu l'tova. As our Rebbe always says. Always say, Gam zu l'tova. This too is good. And by doing that, you're unlocking the good that's within it. And so when we think about Marror, we realize that it actually belongs right on that table. That's the tripod over there. That's the threesome over there. That ability, that triangle. Pesach. Choosing and being chosen. The bond, the covenant. The bris. Remember Yehoshua. The rabbis counting, the partnership. Yochel mirosh chodesh. Matzah. Lechem oni. Everything's possible. All possibilities. No gaiva. The ability to fight and to run for opportunities. To live in a supernatural world. And then there's the Marror. When the challenges come. When things are dark. Remember Rabbi Eliezer. Remember the rabbis in Bnei Brak. When things are dark, when things are bitter, it doesn't mean that it's over, it means it's beginning. You say the Kriya Shema at night. Suddenly, the Talmidim come. We lift the glass. V'hisha amdalavoseinu. We're proud, we're strong. These three pieces represent what it means to be a Jew. To know what jersey you're wearing. To know the mode of action, which is now. And to know how to take the challenges of our lives and to sweeten them, as Lubavitch Rebbe says, to turn them, to bless them, to unlock them, to put them right on that table and be proud of them. You may be sitting in the room after failing 10 times. Welcome to the game. You may have a background that you're not proud of. You may have done things you're not proud of. You may have tripped and fall. You may have done things that you think are unholy. Okay. You may be feeling unholy. Okay. It's Marror. Goes on the Seder plate. You bless it. Now make it better. Now unlock it. Use the matzah. Use the Korban Pesach. And those three things, as Rav Gamliel says, that's how you're Yotzei. Whoever says those three things, Kol Shelo Amar, Shlosha Devarim BePesach, these three things is the cord, the three-ply cord. Lo Yatza Yedecho Vaso Elehem Petach, Matzah, Marror. And now we get to the end of this of Maggid, and we say B'chol Dor Vadar. In every generation, we lock in. We're part of a generation. The baton passes, and we begin immediately to realize that the greatest gift we have is being part of this. Who gets this? Who's doing this but us? Who in the planet Earth is doing this with Hashem for all these years? B'chol dor vadar, we're doing this in every generation. We're part of this special nation. And we need to move ourselves to such excitement that this is our lot, that what we do before we end Maggid is we cannot wait. And we start saying Hallel. And we say the first 2 chapters of Hallel. Thank you, Hashem. It is just an honor to be here, to be part of this covenant, to be part of this bris, to be part of this partnership, to be able to be the ones that you used to show the world your strength and your might and your awe, to be the ones that are carrying on the legacy, to be able to be chosen and to choose, to be able to be Zoras, to be part of miracles. We're so honored to be able to have a Torah, to be in your nation, to be your people. If you do Maggid correctly, by the time you get to the end, what you should be feeling is, I am honored to be here. The feeling you get at the end of a good Maggid is, man, I am lucky. It ain't always easy, but I am lucky. And so before we end Maggid, you know what we do? Hallel. And we say the first 2 chapters, and then we raise our cups, and we say the line that was said since the times of the Mishnah. And we thank HaKadosh Baruch Hu for saving Ga'al Yisrael, for redeeming Yisrael, and we drink the second cup. And that's the culmination, if you will, of the story of Maggid, and what it means in many ways to pass on the baton of the greatest, most wonderful mission in the world, being Mekadesh Shem Shemayim. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining us for this series. I hope that you enjoyed, and I hope that it enhances your Seder and brings you closer to Hashem. We have some cliff notes for you in case you want a Seder companion. You can download it. Check out the series and the downloadable stuff at pesach.us, pesach.us, and hope you have a great holiday, and may we see the full redemption soon.